Today we're talking about Elden Ring preloading and file size, as well as some new reports on Call of Duty and Halo and Battlefield. Mistakes were made. With Elden Ring less than a week away, you're probably wondering how much space you'll need to clear out on your platform of choice. Preloading Elden Ring is possible for all players who pre-order the game and is currently live for Xbox players. Because of this, we know the file size for Xbox consoles is 49.04 gigabytes, though this may increase if a separate day one patch is required. The file size on PlayStation is reported to be 44.929 gigabytes according to a Twitter account called PlayStation Game Size. Adding to this, there's no confirmation of a file size for the PC version of the game yet either, though the recently released PC requirements for Elden Ring requires players to have at least 60 gigs of free space. However, similar to Xbox, the sizes on both of these platforms can change if a day one patch is required. It's also important to note that a preload date for PlayStation and PC have not been announced. Switching gears to some shooter news, Electronic Arts has openly admitted that Battlefield 2042 failed to meet its sales expectations, and a recent report said that the launch of Halo Infinite might have contributed to lower than expected results. And even though it might have played a role, EA has now reacted to that report, saying it is, quote, not blaming external factors for Battlefield 2042's underperformance relative to EA's expectations. For those just catching up, Xfire reported this week that EA held a town hall meeting recently, during which it discussed what happened with Battlefield 2042. The report listed many reasons for why Battlefield might have come up short, but much of the discussion surrounding the piece was focused on what role Halo Infinite's launch around the same time might have had on the game. Fans may recall that Microsoft surprise launched Halo Infinite's multiplayer on November 15th, just days before Battlefield 2042 launched. EA Communications Vice President John Reisberg told PC Gamer that the stories floating around the internet do not accurately represent the, quote, discussion and the context of the town hall meeting. Reisberg said this was an in-depth and very humble internal conversation about Battlefield 2042's launch. The Xfire report, which was published by Tom Henderson, said Battlefield 2042 might have struggled in the market due to development issues with its engine, the work-from-home setup due to COVID, and comparisons to other more polished games in the market like Halo Infinite. But now let's talk about Battlefield's other competitor, Call of Duty. Activision has provided an update on Call of Duty's anti-cheat Ricochet, which was launched in 2021 amid complaints that Warzone had been overrun with cheaters. In a blog post, Activision said cheating within Warzone reached an all-time low during the holidays, speaking to the success of Ricochet's tools. However, fighting cheaters is a never-ending project, and Activision acknowledged this in its statement. The company also said it has released a new feature called Damage Shield, which can identify cheating in real time and prevent the player from doing critical damage to other players. This system will never impact law-abiding players. Damage Shield is one of many new features that make up Ricochet, and more are in development. Since some of the features rolled out in the past few weeks, Activision said it saw a decline in cheating reports. Activision also teased what sounds like potentially more outlandish or unexpected cheating mitigation efforts. It said, quote, you might start seeing clips of our new tricks soon, but we won't ruin the surprise. The company said it wants to share as much detail as it can regarding anti-cheat projects, but it can't and won't always do this so as to not give cheaters a heads up. But alright, it's Friday. Let me know if you're playing Horizon Forbidden West this weekend or if you're just watching the Elden Ring trailers on loop. I'll see you next week.